Will the market go up or down? Should you lock in or float? Find out this and more with Master of the Markets, hosted by Barry Habib of MBS Highway.
Welcome to another edition of Master of the Markets. I'm Barry Habib, and MBS Highway is created exclusively for NMP TV. What a crazy week last week, huh? Yes, there was economic activity. Yes, we saw movement in the markets, and we got the elections in Georgia that said that there's a blue wave out there. So the result is the bond market thinking there's going to be more spending out there, there's going to be more deficits, maybe some more inflation, acting adversely. We've seen the 10-year Treasury not just break above 1%, but reach all the way up towards 110, 111. Now, fortunately, we do see some resistance around those levels. Let's see if they cycle back down. If it breaks through there, we could be in for a little bit more rocky road ahead. Now, we're going to get some news this week as far as inflation, and that will be important for the bond markets, but we're also going to get a 10-year Treasury note auction, and I think that that's going to be very important because at these elevated levels, the highest levels that we've seen in a very long time, in almost a year in the 10-year Treasury, if there is not appetite to buy at these levels, well, that's going to clue us in that there is more room to the upside, maybe towards 1.25. That's not going to be good for mortgage bonds. Listen, team, you've been accustomed to doing lots of business now, making lots of money. We don't want to be in a position where you start to see that lifestyle change of yours. MBS Highway can really help you because we'll help you on the purchase side, we'll help you help realtors, we'll help you convert more refinance opportunities, even if rates go up a little bit because of debt consolidation tools and analyzation tools that we have that will help you really convert more, do more business, keep that lifestyle that you're now getting accustomed to. It feels pretty good to make lots of money. Keep that going. Use MBS Highway. Make that investment in yourself. Those of you who are on that know that we timed this perfectly on that lock last week. We rode this thing up for the last 2 weeks, did not lock in, was patient, and then at the exact top of the market, we locked in perfectly before this big move lower in pricing and preserved that gain for you, for your customers, made them happy, made sure you convert all those refinances before people shied away from you and went to other places. So we can certainly help you there. Now, with respect to what to look ahead, there are a lot of people forecasting that yields are going to be much higher this year in 2021. We don't necessarily see it lasting for the year being much higher. We do think that there is going to be a spike in rates. We've talked about that before. We said that there are going to be some inflationary pressures. All this did with the elections in Georgia is really accelerate that and cause some fear in the marketplace. So what we're talking here about is seeing the stimulus and the deficits rise. That effect, though, we think will be ephemeral. We think it will wear off, and then eventually what will happen is that the bill's got to be paid. So what that means is that you're going to see the payments on that debt, the service of that debt, do what it always does. Slow growth, inflation, and that slower growth will be lower thanks to technology as well. And then what you'll probably see is interest rates cycle down to very attractive levels. So we think that rates are in for a move higher. But as we've been saying, we've forecasted this move up too. You know that. I've talked to you about this, said we see rates rising in the beginning of the year. Again, this election just accelerated the time process on that. But what we also thought is that we see them come back down at some point during 2021, especially when the masks come off and the labor force gets back to keeping inflation down. So for now, watch that level on the 10-year Treasury. It's going to be very interesting this week. And if you're not on MBS Highway, do yourself a favor. I think you'll see very quickly that it is an important aspect of becoming an advisor instead of a salesperson. And we need that more than ever right now. Hope you guys have a great week ahead. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.